everybody. All right, today we are going to read a book about the seasons. This week we're really going to be talking about putting everything that we've learned about nature together. You know, we've talked about animals, we've talked about plants, we've talked about the weather, and so now we're just going to talk about the seasons. The 4 different seasons of the year. We know we've talked about spring. And then we're also going to be talking this week a little bit about our earth, how we can protect it, how we can take care of our earth, and everything in nature and what we can do for that. But today, the name of our book is called What Makes the Seasons. And this is a book we have permission to read from Scholastic. And so Megan Montague Cash is the author and the illustrator of our book. She did both things for this book. And so we are going to see what happens in our book about what makes the seasons. All right. So check out my picture right here. It says, the day began with sprinkling rain tapping at the window pane. Oh, man. If I wake up to rain tapping on my window, it makes me want to stay asleep. Thank you there. Whoops. Let me get it all in the picture for you. Whoops. Rain has turned the sky to gray. Our snowman friend has gone away. Fresh green leaves are peeking out. What makes this their time to sprout? So the snowman's melting. Things are growing. Spring's mild weather wakes the seeds, bringing showers that each seed needs. So that's why we usually get a lot of rain in the springtime. Spring was here, but couldn't stay. Spring left on a summer day. Plants that once were hardly there now have flowers everywhere. Looky there. Everything is growing so beautifully. Each tree and weed and lima bean shows its favorite shade of green. Why is this a growing season? Plants grow tall. But what's the reason? So we know that everything gets green, everything gets tall. Lots of things. But why? Plants grow best in the summer light, when the days are long and warm and bright. So we know that during the summer, the days are longer. But when the summer days are done, the autumn days have just begun. The sun grows dim, the wind blows cold, and those green leaves, they turn from red to gold. What's another word for autumn? That's right, fall. We call it the fall, or we call it autumn. And we talked about that earlier in the year, about the leaves changing. The colored leaves dance all around. But why do the leaves fall to the ground? Why can't they just stay on the tree? Let's find out. And all the leaves on all the trees are teeny tree food factories. Leaves use the sun to make the food. When there's less sun, those leaves, they come unglued. So they can't stay, can they? See the picture? The weather brought a change last night. Winter turned the whole world to white. Puffy flakes swirled high and low. Snow makes flurries. But what makes the snow? So now we are in winter. In chilly clouds, the raindrops freeze. It's one of winter's recipes. Remember, we talked about snow and made snow. Winter is a time for sleep. Trees are resting, the seeds will keep. Many creatures sleep and wait. Winter's time to hibernate. You remember what animal we talked about that hibernates? A bear, that's right. But what controls the seasons change? And what makes the weather rearrange? So we know that we had spring, summer, autumn, and now winter. So we have 4 seasons. But what makes them keep changing? Why don't we just stay with one? Earth's yearly trip around the sun, remember we talked about things in the sky, and the sun was one of them, affects the seasons one by one. So look at the picture. Our Earth rotates around the sun. It revolves around the sun. You see that? It goes around and around. In summer, when the days are long, the sun shines down both hot and strong. While winter has the shortest days, less time for Earth to get the warm rays. So when we're close to the sun, we have long, warm days. And when we're a little bit away from the sun, we have shorter, colder days. But when you have a winter day, it's summer half the world away. And if summer blossoms are open wide, it's winter on Earth's other side. See how it looks like the Earth is kind of leaning a little bit? We call that leaning on its axis. So when the bottom part is close to the sun, the top part is not. See how that works? Seasons change 4 times a year. When each one ends, the next one's near. Enjoying changes one by one makes the seasons so much fun. So look at the different seasons we have in the picture. Point to spring and summer and fall and winter. Pretty neat, huh? And those are all 4 of our seasons. So see if you can name all 4 seasons and think about which one is your favorite. Why do you like that season? Right now, it's spring, but it's starting to feel a little bit like summer. We've had some really pretty days outside. So I hope you are getting to enjoy some of that time outside. And I hope you enjoyed our book talking about what makes the seasons.